How about this loop-de-loop? Was any of you guys in this trade? You remember this? I was, you guys didn't see it. I try to stay cool, calm, and collected in the live room here because I'm supposed to put on this example, right? I was freaking losing my mind, right? You guys know my history with the pound dollar, right? This year, not history, but this year I've just been cursed by the pound dollar, right? Yeah, and so I saw this, right? I entered it, and I believe target ones were like right here, if I remember correctly. I can just draw the Fibonacci back on. I'll delete some of this stuff here. I believe target ones, if I remember correctly, were right under, unless I burned that place out of my mind. Yeah, look at that. So target ones were right here. And the market had reversed, right? We came off this move. Everyone was making fun of me. Akil can't catch the falling knife. I'm like, watch me. I got hands made of concrete. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch it. And then I caught it. And it reversed, right? And I'm like, "Ooh, yeah, told you," right? I didn't really say that, but I did get the people, "Ooh, Akil, don't you worry about the big momentum candle." No, this is what you do. If you're a counter trend trader, you better get used to selling into big candles like that. Don't be scared. I look at it as saying, "Hey, we had all the big movement already. We're probably going to run out of steam and see some of a reversal," right? So I don't get scared. Got concrete hands. Give me all the knives, right? But I remember watching it. Just the roll stops and whatever like that. I remember watching it come here and I'm like, okay, we're moving in the right direction. And I thought I had targets hit and I was coming in, I'm getting ready to like reverse, roll stops and everything. And I'm like, this son of a B is trading right under it. And it doesn't look as bad here, but imagine this in real time, right? So you're here and you're like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh yeah, oh no, right? It keeps going, oh no. And you're like, here it goes, guys. I started telling to myself, I said, here it goes. This is the curse of the pound dollar. This has been my life all year in the pound dollar. It's been the only unprofitable pair for me this entire year. Massively unprofitable. And a lot of it is stuff like this. A lot of it is like, it's just been like teasing me, right? Teasing me, dangles the food in front of my face and then yanks it away. And I'm like, here it goes again, this stupid pair. And it did this, and I'm like, we're back to break even. And then finally we came back up and got it. And then stopped me out from break even on the second half of my position. But yeah, this was a fun one. I wish I would have recorded a video of this one because I was really flipping out as far as Akil flips out. But I was sitting there. I wasn't yelling at my computer, but I'm sitting there just all negative thoughts in the world. I'm like, yep, here it's happening again, Akil. It's happening again. I'm like, this has been the story of the year for me. It's happening again. Rallies up 150 pips and then takes you out for break even, right? Or takes you out for a loss. Should have took those targets early. But you see discipline pays off in all seriousness. I do have these feelings, guys. Some of you are probably amazed at this. I do have these same emotional tugs as you. The difference is I just don't react on them, right? Many of you guys feel the same way. The problem is you react off of those emotions. You take targets early. You do this, you do that, right? I still have them. I just know I can't do anything. I'm like, I can't touch it. So I just either got to eat my pain, or I'll make a fun story on the chat when I come in and be like, hey, guess who lost again? But that's just the difference. And I've done this enough to see that patience does pay off. It doesn't always work out in your favor. Trust me. It's been plenty of times where it just stops you out and you're like, yeah, life sucks. But bigger picture, doing the right thing always pays off. Doing the right thing. How long did it take you not to take any action when it happens? I don't know. Years? A year? I know when I made the change. I don't remember how long I was making so many mistakes. I don't even remember how long I was making each individual mistakes, but yeah, it takes a long time. Jamie says, is that an experience? Is that from experience? What, just learning not to react off of emotions? Yeah. It's purely experience. It's called being a disciplined trader. It's what you need to do if you want to be successful. You will not be successful if you react off your emotions, right? Emotional reactions are typically always bad, in trading and life as well, right? They cloud our judgment. Um, very, very hard to do, right? Easier said than done. Hey, just don't react on your emotions, right? Easier said than done. But yeah, you gotta, you can't. You can have them, you just can't, you can't let them dictate your decision. All of your decisions need to be made prior to you taking the trade. You need to know exactly what you're doing before you take the trade. So even the good guys were, oh yeah, everyone had emotions. Everyone had emotions. Yeah, everyone. How do you take it out? You got to make the conscious decision to do it. Right? No shortcuts. There's no, hypnotism or this or that. You got to wake up one day and just say, hey, I'm not going to do it. Or rather, I'm going to do it less. For me, my thing was eliminating, having one less mistake, giving myself a checklist and eliminating one less mistake each month. So if I made 30 mistakes in January, the goal for February was to make no more than 29. And I figured that if I keep just making it a game like that, and I keep eliminating how many mistakes I make, eventually that number would get to 0. And then I'd be good. So it is a process, right? When I started doing that, I think it took me 3 months. I had 2 plans. It was to stop eliminating mistakes. It was not to do the same mistake twice. So I was allowed to make a mistake once. I couldn't do it twice. That was a big thing for me. So if I took stops out early, or took targets early, that was the one time I can do it. I had to make another mistake next time. And then I just ran out of mistakes. I was like, man, I made all of them already. Darn it. So eventually I just had to stop. I was like, all right, whatever. I just won't make any more. But it takes time, and it takes focusing on shifting the mindset from process, from outcome over process, results based, to process over outcome, and just really identifying that you want to. The goal should be to take good trades, right? Not to take winning trades, not to avoid losing trades, to take good trades. Do you have a personal method to punish yourself? No. I mean, losing money hurt a lot. That was punishment in its own right. I mean, if the pain of losing money and blowing your account isn't punishment enough, I don't know if this is the right field for you. I don't like seeing my account slowly bleed out. That is very painful. So looking at my account statement each month and seeing it slowly reduced, working its way towards 0 was enough pain for me. Yeah. I've had traders before. I had one that has like a rubber band. He flicks himself with the rubber band, keeps it on his wrist, and every time he makes a mistake, he does it. Or I think now, before he makes a mistake, every time he gets the emotional feeling, he kind of just plucks himself like a pattern interrupt. There's another guy that whenever he made a mistake, he had to buy his wife something. And he said that the cost of buying his wife jewelry every week became more expensive than the mistakes he was making in the market. So he decided that he just wouldn't make mistakes. That was a funny one. It was funny. It was a different type of external accountability, because his wife didn't really know much about trading, but you're damn sure she came up every day. She's like, "Hey, you make any mistakes today? Because I just saw this ring." So the fear of that it outweighed the fear of making mistakes in the market. So he shifted the motivation there, and it worked. I mean, so you gotta find what works for you. Again, my thing was losing account, right? I quit 3 jobs. I had nothing better to do. Trading had to work, or I was going back to something I didn't want to do. So that was fear enough. But whatever you need to do to tell yourself. Here's a cool one. Well, no, this wouldn't have to do with breaking rules as far as like early target taking. But a trader shared this with me on, I don't have my phone in front of me. I don't remember who it was. He shared this with me on Instagram the other day, where he has, for his entries, right? He has a checklist, he has a drop down checklist for his entry. So his trading plan is all done in like drop down format. So when he finds a trade, like say CTS was the example he was doing, and he was looking for a reason for entry, he would click the little drop down box, and it would give him the different ways he can enter a trade. So it'd be like double top, this, that, and he said he uses it because he knows that if he clicks that drop down box, and if he can't select a category for his entry, he knows what he's doing is not in his plan. And that's really brilliant if you think about it, right? Many of us do it manually where we write it in, and we can kind of write in whatever we want. Oh yeah, squiggly wiggly, right? If he doesn't have it in his Dropbox, he can't fill out that spreadsheet. Right? If he's entering on a doji, but doji's not in there, and it means he's not allowed to do it, he can't put it in there. He can't select anything. And I was thinking about it last night. It's when he sent it to me. I was like, that's really brilliant, actually, because it's that brief moment. It's that brief pause where, like, because most of the time when we make a mistake, it's emotional. We're blinded by love. It always brings back by either blinded by love and we do something dumb because we're in love, or we do something dumb in rage. You guys ever see the movie 300? Remember that movie? Funny story, right? This may not be true, but funny story. I don't remember, right? I actually tried out for the movie 300. This is back in my college days. And I made the cut, right? I made the cut. We went to film and everything. And we started filming. And then they released me on the spot. First scene, they said I had to go. Apparently, right? My body was so attractive that it was taking away views from the main character. It was distracting to everyone else. Yeah. It was distracting. Like, all eyes just went to me and my amazing bod versus, what was it, Gerard Butler? Yeah, so they said, sir, you got to leave, man. You're just too pretty. I said, yeah, I get that a lot. So, yeah, that was the end of my movie career, man. I'm just too darn sexy, man. It's a gift and a curse. I tell you. But I fell on the sword for the goodness of the movie. But yeah, it's supposed to be in that movie. It just didn't work out. But anyway, there's a scene in it's racist. Yeah. Should have played the race card. I had it in my pocket, like when the soccer official, they get ready to pull the red card and they're thinking about it. I had that race card in my back pocket. I'm like, oh, should I? And I put it back in. I'm like, not today, Akil. Not today. Save that for another time. But there's a scene in 300 where the guy's fighting with his son, and his son dies, and he gets this blood rage, right? And there's like a million of these people out there, and he just goes out there all by himself, fighting a million people, and he's just swinging his sword and doing that, right? Probably the most stupidest thing you could ever do, but at that time, he was so emotional that he was just blinded. He didn't care. He was just reacting. He was making a dumb decision, and he just didn't. He probably knew it. He just didn't care. Right? We do the same thing in trading where we see something, we get so caught up in emotions. Like revenge trading is a great example. We take a loss on it, or we reflect to a previous loss using the pound dollar example. We think about all the losses I had this year in the pound dollar, and I start getting angry, and this is going to be another one, and I just react. And then later I come back. What do we do after a bad trade? Do we justify it later, or do we well, I guess some traders do. What do you guys do after a bad trade? Do you come back and be like, you know what? That wasn't a good one. Are you honest with yourself when you make a mistake, or do you kind of make excuses for it? I know a lot of traders make excuses, but you guys are cut from a different mold. Right? Usually accept it. If you're a serious trader, usually you admit it, you write it down, you're like, yeah, you're right, Akil. I shouldn't have done that. Now, some people make excuses, and those people are losers in life, right? Point blank. Losers in life. They shift the blame. Always. They probably blame you. But you accept it. So putting in a pattern interrupt, whether it's the drop down box, whether it's the flick of the rubber band on your wrist, putting in something like that, right? That's the brief moment before you go into that blood rage, before that Spartan runs out there and starts attacking everyone. That's someone tapping them on the shoulder like, hey, you sure you want to do this? And they're like, oh, well, you know what? Yeah, I probably don't. It probably is a bad decision, right? It's your friend, when you're out drinking too much, stopping you from doing something dumb. And it's a brief pattern interrupt, but it kind of resets you because it interrupts you. You reset yourself, you think about it, and then you often, or at least you should, come to the right decision once you have time to actually think about what you're doing. So I really like that idea. It's a really good idea. I don't know why. I'm not a techie guy, and that's, but it's a brilliant idea. So back to the point. I don't know why Greystone entered. Is that how we started here?